I keep seeing people say nothing ever changes in this game. And every time I read that, I just sit here like, wait, are you really serious? This is actually wild to me. Are we playing the same game? If you look at 2025, not opinions, I'm talking facts. This video is going to be all the receipts you need. Dandy's world really changed a lot. And I'm not even talking about small stuff. This is not a hype video. And it's not a don't criticize the devs either. I criticize stuff all the time. I just think two things are happening at once. A lot of us veteran players forget what used to be missing, and newer players never notice because it was always there for them whenever they started playing last year. So let me start with the one thing that proves this was not just cute little changes, and we're talking about Dyle. Dyle is not just that shopkeeper dude across from Dandy. He's one of 2 lethal twisteds in the entire game, and he's tied to the Time's Up card, which already makes him important. But here's the part people overlook. If you are on a casual run, most people avoid Time's Up, and a lot of people are scared of him. But on a serious long run attempt, you can't wait to get this card. If your team completes Dyle's floor, every surviving member gets 50 extra stamina for the entire run. That is massive. If you play long runs, especially if you're a distractor, if you ever died late because you ran out of stamina, this changes everything. And that's not a cute change. That's not just a little bit of lore. That's a huge change in gameplay. And if you didn't know this, when you get 100% research on Dyle, you get his trinket called Train Whistle. If I'm being honest, when I first saw it, I thought it was something kind of cool and would work for some occasions, but y'all know me, I test out everything. And oh boy, when I tested it, I was like, wow, seriously, wow. Normally the reason Twisted V is scary to some people is not because she's fast, it's because she slows you down. And that's why some distractors hate distracting her, especially if you have other fast twisteds in the kite. But with Train Whistle equipped, she does not slow you down. Opening Roger, no slowness. Fins on the map, no slowness. That single trinket made long runs safer, calmer, and way more consistent. So when people say nothing changed, this is one of those moments where I'm like, nah, something absolutely changed. Speaking of absolute changes, do y'all remember this? I had a subscriber comment the other day on an older video as they were able to reminisce and take a screenshot of how things used to be. Now we have this new system making it easier and more efficient, and also we can buy heals and that valve that often teams buy to use on Dyle's floor to help with those 25 machines. Before I talk about certain tunes, I need to explain something really quick because this part matters. In 2025 we got 2 new machine types. Circle machines changed how skill checks work. Instead of that old school bar that we're used to, you're watching a moving circle and trying to time it perfectly. And then on the next skill check, that circle might be in another whole spot. Then we got treadmill machines, and that changed how completion works entirely. It's based on distance traveled, not just standing still. These treadmill machines are not based on extraction speed, so some tunes become more valuable now than they ever did before. So keep that in mind. As a Sprout main, I love this, especially when we get up on higher floors. Now that's why Yatta matters. Yatta was added in 2025, and she's one of the best overall tunes in the game. She's one of the fastest extractors and performs well on all 3 machine types. That's huge. And on top of that, in certain situations, she can even help kite or distract if needed. She's not locked into one role. She adapts. That's what makes her special and one of the best tunes and actually one of my favorites to play on. And while we're here, Blot, he was added too. He's solid, not broken, not weak, just solid. He has a cool ability that can be very valuable as even Blot Jr. can cause Dyle to stop chasing somebody. He added more team variety and honestly, that's still a win. Not every tune needs to be S tier to be a good addition. Bobette used to be called the worst main by some people, and honestly, I understand why and I kinda agreed. Sure, she gave stamina regeneration, but it just didn't make sense to most of us in real serious runs. Now after her rework, completely different story. She can help slower teammates like Ginger and V get to the elevator on time. Her aura changes made her actually usable, and people started using what's called solar system kiting. Her new ability now boosts stamina and speed, so that's a huge boost for distractors like Gordy, Louie, and Eclipse, making them even more goated as distractors. Her trinket toy kit also got changed. Right now it only works on 2 toons, and I'll be real, I don't think that's staying that way forever. No one has said this officially, but to me, that's a hint towards more toons, maybe even this year. And if you know me, you know I value the importance of V. If you are somewhat new to this game, here's how her last ability was. Pretty cool, but what you see is only what V saw. Quelver changed V's ability to help not just her, but the whole team. Look at what her ability does for me while I'm distracting as Louie. This is super helpful for me as a distractor, and also it lets the distractors know where to V-mode if there are some places we need cleared if Pebble was here. So about every 50 seconds, your whole team gets perfect information, including which machines are left, and the ones in white tell us which ones are being worked on at the moment. And on runs where you pick times up, it is always good to have knowledge of where that big old monster is whenever you can. And where the last machines are, because on that floor, don't forget, you have to complete 25 machines. V quietly became one of the most valuable support toons in the game. Astro's buff was subtle, but really smart. Before, Astro only knew if someone was below 50% of their stamina. So if a toon started with 150 stamina, when they hit 75, Astro would see that blinking lightning symbol on the floor until they recovered. But now, when someone is under half of their stamina, you can see actually the percentage, like 34%, 7%, whatever it is, right by that symbol. And Astro's cooldown was shortened from 75 seconds to only 60, so that's definitely a big W. Now let's kind of zoom out to the year, because last year we also received 2 new events, Easter and Halloween, and they were both major events. We got 6 new toons and 2 event mains. And I'll be honest, some of these are really great to use in runs. Some of the better ones in my opinion are Gordy, Eclipse, Coco, and Flight. And Rebecca is a huge sleeper as a starter toon because she's immune to all debuffs. That's not just cute skins, that's actual game changing toons for this game. I almost forgot, but that summer update we got, when we were all surprised by Twisted Dyle, Brusha was hyped up as the face of that update. And Brusha is kind of more cool now with a new toy kit rework in December. And yeah, I know the summer update ended up being more about Dyle and Train Whistle, but still we got another toon and a little lore surrounding her old buddy Tisha. And did y'all forget, we also got new maps, like V and Sprout both got their own map. And older maps that were honestly bad got reworked. Some maps got bigger, they got better hiding spots and also better kiting spots. If you play as a solo or you're a distractor, you felt this immediately. Okay, don't attack me, but I'm glad matchmaking finally got introduced. Did it go perfect? No, like definitely not. And a lot of us don't understand the criteria. My high floor, and even my solo high floor, is higher than many people that I've got matched up with. I've been in matchmaking and read people say, what's your high floor? And then I read 4, 10, 18. But remember, this game is still in alpha. Things like matchmaking are going to be tested, adjusted, and improved over time. And one more thing people forget, the Christmas event started late. It actually hit in January. So when it came back in December of 2025, Quail tried to make it better. We got a second type of Christmas floor. We got ice floors to add challenge and add fun. That's called giving the old heads something new, not just appealing to the new players. If you play this game forever, you've lived through these changes slowly, so they don't feel dramatic. If you're new, you never notice because it was always there when you got here. For perspective, my son, he would never understand a world before YouTube. Some of y'all will never appreciate autocorrect. Y'all, when I was in school, we had a class called typewriting, And if you messed up, there was not a backspace button to save your life. I'm not saying stop criticizing. I'm saying criticize, but don't forget the old. 2025 was a good year for Danny's World. Not perfect, but still really good. Let me know one change you appreciated and one thing you want to improve this year in 2026, respectfully. Because hate does not build games, feedback does. And I cannot forget to shout out my newest members of the Louie Court. You are definitely appreciated more than words can ever say. Thanks for watching my video, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.